All right, welcome back. We're still talking about that big game, Nigeria against Algeria. It's the day before the big day, and of course, all of us were in the mood. The fever is pitch high, and everyone is trying, and not shivering, because usually back in those days, a big game like this, all of us are, we're worried, we're, hugely anticipating what's going to happen. But let me come to you as we continue with that, with our analysis of the crucial game against Algeria. We listened to Ozazu, and he gave us his thoughts as well. Should the fact that the Algerians are depleted now, the squad is depleted, and that they've had 3 managers in 1 year, all of those factors, should it make us overconfident?
Well, I would not totally agree with that statement saying that they are a bit depleted, but I would just say that they have one or two challenges going into this particular game. Yeah. If you take a vivid look at it very well, like you said the other time, having used 3 managers in a year is really going to affect them. The last game they played in the World Cup qualifying series, they played against Cameroon, even in their very home. Actually, the game ended in a stalemate. And what happened after the game was the fact that the manager was shown the exit door. And going into this particular one, they employed another Belgian tactician that understand the game even more better. Last 2 seasons, he was coaching in Belgian league, and he did it to a particular level wonderfully well. And if you look at all the players that have been playing for Algeria in the last 3, 4, 5 years, they've been the same player. Do we have some couple of new players coming on board, actually showing that they have the ability to give the old guys a good one for their money.
All right.
And for those guys we've been seeing week in, week out in the English Premier League, talking about even in the Portuguese league, the French Ligue 1, that are doing wonderfully well. Everyone will be talking about.
So we should take them seriously.
We should take them seriously, especially their forward line. They are fantastic, players. Young, pacey, and ready to do.
Skillful players.
Players up
that
front.
Can change the course of a game with one chance.
Of course, like Riyad Mahrez, we saw what he did in English Premier League last season. And we saw what we are seeing what Slimani is doing with Leicester City.
A lot of people are even saying Riyad Mahrez is probably the African Player of the Year in waiting. A lot of people are saying
but Aubameyang can always give him a good one.
That's why I say a lot of people are saying that, just to support what you're saying, that we should take them seriously.
We should. Yeah. We need to take them seriously, because failure for us to take them seriously, they are really going to take us to the cleaners. Like their coach said, when he granted an interview, he said what he's going to do is to wait for Nigeria to come at them, because he knows that they are going to press high, and he's going to capitalize on that, and he's going to make sure his attack actually are really efficient when it comes to making use of the ball at the third end of Nigeria team. So if you now consider all of these things, you definitely actually give a note or a word of warning to the Nigerian national team. You need to be awake to all these things that the manager is saying.
Okay, let's go to other battlegrounds in Africa. It's not just in Uyo, it's not just Nigeria, it's across the continent. The quest for those available 5 tickets takes football lovers across Africa. So let's quickly bring that to you. As we speak, a game is going on. As we speak, Libya and Tunisia.
Yes.
As we speak, that game is currently going on. But let's also look at other matches that will be played tomorrow from the African Center. Well, of course, we always want to start with Nigeria and Algeria. A lot has been said about that already. Still in our group, Indomitable Lions of Cameroon will take on the Chipolopolo of Zambia. The Eagles that are not super, that's Mali, will take on Gabon. Morocco takes on Côte d'Ivoire, that's Ivory Coast. Without that golden generation, they're just not there anymore. So it's a team in transition. Bafana takes on Senegal. And these are some of the matches that we've played over the weekend. Cape Verde takes on Burkina Faso. The Cranes of Uganda takes on Congo. Of course, our West African brothers, Guinea, take on DR Congo. And this one is going to be keenly contested, Egypt and Ghana. cast your mind back to what the Ghanaians did
to the Egyptians.
To Egypt, were responsible for Egypt not going to the 2014 World Cup. And so the Egyptians have a chance to take their pound of flesh.
Of course, they have a chance to do that, but if you take a vivid look at it very well, you definitely agree with me that Egypt has not been the best team we are used to.
It's not the team that we used to know.
We used to know. But for the Ghanaians as well, they've not been up and doing in recent time. Though they had a very decent run during the course of African Cup of Nations in 2015. Even at the World Cup, though it was not the Ghana national team we saw during the 2010
the first round.
Yes, 2010 FIFA World Cup. It was a different Ghanaian national team that we saw. And going into this particular, even in their first game at their very home, they played out a draw against Uganda, which we were all expecting that they are going to take them to the cleaners. And going into this one, like you said the other time, that the Egyptians, we have it at the back of their mind that these guys, okay, they did it to us 4 years ago. We were beaten by 4
3 years ago, actually.
3 years ago, thank you very much. We were beaten by 6-1 in Ghana, and when they came to our very home, we got the better of them by 2-1, and which led to them even qualifying for the FIFA World Cup. So if they can do all they know they could do, remember what they did to Nigeria not quite long, even this year in the African Cup of Nations qualifying series. They came here to Nigeria, they played out a 1-1 draw, and when we got to Egypt, what they did to us, we were beaten by a lone goal. So if the Egyptians, which they know quite well that it is not just Ghana they are playing at this particular time, they are playing other guys. They are still going to play against Congo again. They are still going to play against Uganda, and they are still going to play the second leg against Ghana in their country. So they just need to come into this game with their A game and make sure they get the maximum 3 points.
Expert verdict: Ghana, Egypt-Ghana scoreline.
Well, I think this is going to end in a draw.
In a draw. Okay, let's quickly talk about the other matches too, and just give me what you think is going to be the possible outcome. Cameroon-Zambia.
Cameroon-Zambia, all we wait for is a draw. Nigerians, we are all waiting for draw.
No,
but
talk like a pundit. Don't talk like a Nigerian.
Yes, but if you take a causeway look at it, you definitely give the Cameroonian chance against the Zambia, owing to the fact that they went to Algeria, and what they did, we never expected it, having a 1-1 draw in Algeria. So we should be giving them the edge against the Zambia national team.
Okay.